It's a good thing that Thanksgiving happens every year no matter what. Because this November just doesn't feel like as homey or as joyful as other years have. There's been division, accusation. More than a few people have noted a sense of unraveling. If Thanksgiving was limited to years we're already feeling grateful, or years things are going really well, we would have to skip this year. But it's not. In fact, when Thanksgiving started, life in this country was also very tense. It was 1863, and we were at war with each other. 160 years ago, President Abraham Lincoln declared the fourth Thursday of November, I think actually he declared it as the third, and then it was moved, or anyway, fourth Thursday of November is a national day of Thanksgiving. He didn't do it because people all over the country were feeling grateful, or because anyone wanted to spend the afternoon eating turkey. He did it because we were at war with each other, literally at war, and he thought everyone's spirits could use a rest. There were days of Thanksgiving built into state calendars, but they were on different days of the year, so we didn't have that experience of celebrating together as a body. Having one single day, a day of Thanksgiving for everyone, was a way to remind us all at the same time that we are one nation, one people, and we can find things to be grateful for, even when we feel angry and afraid. Earlier that year, Lincoln had told people who were enslaved that they were free. Most of those people weren't actually free yet, thus the war, but change was coming. And not everyone is free today either. There are plenty of reasons to be fighting, plenty of things that can keep us from accessing gratitude. We aren't angry for no reason. We aren't afraid without cause. The world isn't as it should be or as any of us wants it to be, and I get that, and I am not Pollyanna. I know grief and trauma are real, and I'm not suggesting we pretend or forget that it's not true for a day. But amidst all the mess and heaviness, we can have a day of Thanksgiving. It's actually the mess that makes the day all the more necessary, right? We need a day. We need one day to breathe, to eat delicious food, to rest. Maybe to see people we love. Maybe just to lie on the couch and watch the parade or a football game. One day of Thanksgiving. Gratitude is healing. It's also a way to get in touch with things that are very real, but sometimes forgotten. And it's countercultural, which I love. Gratitude is free. It's in a capitalistic consumerist culture that tells you happiness is something you purchase, that to be truly happy, you have to work harder, earn more money, and spend it in more places. Gratitude is accessible to everyone free of charge. So, how do we find it in ourselves? Mary Oliver has a poem that I like at this time of year. She writes, "It doesn't have to be the blue iris. It could be weeds in a vacant lot or a few small stones. Just pay attention. Then patch a few words together and don't try to make them elaborate. It isn't a contest, but a doorway into thanks and a silence in which another voice might speak. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It isn't a contest. And we begin by looking or listening or smelling or feeling. And I'm going to ask everybody in this room to try it with me right now. Ask yourself, what do I see? I see you. And I love you. I know you are good people. You're honest people. You're people doing all you can. What do you hear? I like hearing children. I like hearing the sound of the city. I find it really comforting. And what can you smell? I did this on purpose today. I put on this really great perfume. You can all smell it later. It smells like cloves and cinnamon, called By the Fireplace. And what do you feel? You can feel the warm air in here. And on a cold day, warmth is really welcome. So just for a minute, see and hear and smell and feel. Just standing here, I can find things to be grateful for. We are alive. We are together. We are welcome. We have this table before us, set to serve us. We have this gorgeous music surrounding us. We have this community to sustain us. Whenever life feels a little difficult or joy seems inaccessible, gratitude is ready. It is beautiful to have Thanksgiving set aside every year with no agenda, but the reminder to replenish our spirits. Even this year, even now, even today, this is our welcome, our doorway into thanks. We have a litany of thanksgiving. I'm going to say something, and you're going to respond with, "We give thanks." You want to try it? I say something, and?
We give thanks.
All right. And I'll do something like this, so you all know what I'm doing. For the gift of being alive. No. Did you see my arms? Am I talking with my hands? You know I'm Jewish and Italian, right? I'm going to try this again. I'm going to put my hands, and I'm going to make it really obvious. Okay. For the gift of being alive, of breathing and thinking and being.
We give thanks.
For our families, whole, healing, or struggling.
We give thanks.
For our fellowship and our mutual companionship.
We give thanks.
For liberal religion everywhere.
We give thanks.
For the use of reason and the ability to determine things for ourselves.
We give thanks.
For the use of imagination and the ability to create outside of what reason tells us is possible.
We give thanks.
For the bounty of earth, a great planet abundant with life.
We give thanks.
For our hands and the gift of serving those in need. We give thanks on this precious day, the day we put aside to remember the many gifts we've been given. For all of that and for all of you.
We give thanks.
We are going to start our Cornbread Communion. It is a tradition in this church to share cornbread and cider in recognition of this holiday. Jill and some other people, some parents have baked us some cornbread and brought us some cider. We are going to ask for help in passing things along. And so there are two things for you to know. Number one, when you get cornbread, please don't eat it. Take 2 pieces if you can't wait. We're going to hold it. Just hold it. And we're going to eat it together. And the other thing is we're going to sing together. So you can't eat when you sing anyway. We're going to sing "'Tis a Gift to Be Simple," which is number 16 in your gray hymnal. Okay. And so, we pray in thanksgiving for food that nurtures us, for all the hands that grow, that plant and weed and harvest, that deliver and prepare food for us, together in community, in gratitude for all that we have and for all that we are. Let us eat our cornbread and drink our cider.